spinning.
This is our cook. This is our baker of the team. He always brought me bread every before the match.
Took it right out of my mouth. I guess the highlight of this year for this guy was when he baked some good stuff for us. He's quite the baker. You need something good? Go to this man. Some banana bread. What was that stuff you made that was?
Banana nut bread. the toffee cake. The toffee cake.
The coffee cake.
The toffee.
The molten lava.
Or the molten lava cake.
It was good. It was good. No, but Trevor came out towards the middle or so of last year. Just came up and said, "Hey, coach, can I wrestle?" And it was over like Christmas break. And I was like, "Yeah, you can wrestle. Or, is it too late to join the team?" I was like, "No, absolutely not. I'd love to have you out here." And having him come out and work as hard as he does, being there every day again, and it's said this repetitively, but being there day in and day out with all these guys and just another one of them that is always going to give everything he's got. He's going to push it as hard as he can. I might not be on varsity, but man, I'm pushing it as hard as I can. I'm going to make sure I'm making everybody else better. I'm going to make sure I get this guy prepared and ready for the matches he's about to go after. Those are invaluable. If you don't have that on your team as a wrestling team, you are not going to be successful. You are not going to be successful. And you can look at it and they can be like, okay, I'm shooting for the future. But right now, most people and most kids, especially in this generation, if it's not here and now, right now, I'm not seeing results now, I'm out. Or I'm just going to slack off. And just didn't have that with these guys. And so having you on our team was huge, man. And then he was talking about, afterwards, hey, I'm going to go to these camps in like Iowa and all this stuff. So looking forward to seeing you when you come back from there.
Trevor's one of these guys that just really had a love for all of his teammates. We talk a lot about this. Being in this sport is so much different than any other sport, I think, in the way that guys interact with each other, with coaches. There's such a tight bond that happens. It almost becomes like a family, like a tight fraternity kind of thing that never ends. We still got guys that come back into the room with us that would wrestle for us and whatnot, and there's such a tightness between us still. And Trevor's one of those kind of guys that just really just, it's attractive the way that his personality is. He's a joy to be around. Brings a smile to your face. He can get serious with the best of them, but at the same time, he can just crack a joke in the middle of it, and just lighten the mood up like that. In hard times, and then when he brings his bread around.
That's like a secret.
But super excited. This is one of these kids that's really bought into the sport. This is all he wants to do now is wrestle. When Coach Crafter talks about going to these camps. Camps are huge in the offseason. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But he's one of these kind of guys that has really decided to make his impact on the sport and in this organization, CCS. And like you said, we're really looking forward to what your future holds for this team and for yourself. So.
Thank you. Oh, the Papa John's pizza. You forgot about that. You bringing Papa John's to all the matches that we had.
that was a treat for these guys that were cutting weight.
I love cutting weight.
The next sophomore we have is George Hutchinson. Man, to watch George over the last several years grow in this sport has been awesome. I mean, just from last year to this year, his technique and his ability, even his toughness, is. I mean, I can't really express it or explain it probably unless you've like witnessed it. So from where he was to where he's at now, to come out and to take a varsity spot at a place that's about almost 10 pounds over what he actually weighs, when pretty much most everybody else in that weight class is dropping about 10 pounds, and he's going up 10 pounds. That is not an easy feat. And yet he did it, took it on, went after it. Not just went after it, but was successful a significant portion of the time. Had a winning record at the end of the year. Got his first, not just made it to his first tournament finals, but actually won his first tournament, which was huge at the mountaintop tournament. He has really come a long way, and I just look forward and can't wait to see him continue to progress in this way, as he moves into the next year and the year after that. If he keeps up with this type of improvement, I mean, every year I think he's exceeded my expectations, for sure. From what I've thought and expected from him, it's gone above and beyond. So it's been great having him out here. Love you, buddy. Next is Jacob Hall. Jacob's another that this year got nicked by the injury bug. Last year had a great freshman year, and then comes to this year really with kind of some high expectations and really looking forward to seeing him wrestle and thrive. And then, ankle issues. It's a kid who's had something come along almost every year since 6th grade. And yet, he has, honestly, I genuinely cannot remember a time when this kid has been in a bad mood. When he's just been mad or just come in with a terrible attitude or whatever. It's just always excited about what's going on, always saying, "Hey coach, what's up?" with a smile, give me a hug, give me a high five, whatever. Always around his teammates, lifting them up, is there for them when they're having success, and not really complaining about, why this happened to me. Not letting that get him down. It says a lot about his character. It says a lot about who I feel like God's making him to be. Thankfully, and I can be praying for him as he goes through this ankle surgery. We got a lot of guys that need to go through some surgeries and stuff that we need to be praying over. But thankfully, we know what the problem is, and we feel like it's going to be back. He's able to come back 100%. Hopefully by next season. But he's an irreplaceable guy on our team. So love you, buddy.